Hey, what's up? It's Skippy. How you doing? The guy that I work with, he was like, fuck it. I'm leaving. I'll see you later. I'm like, all right, see you. That's how it works sometimes. I don't know. It's his business. I'm just lucky to be working there. He trusts me like I worked yesterday, even though he's not in town. I got to drive to beautiful Riverside. Wow. Beautiful Riverside, California. If you've never been to Riverside, California, it's there. Um, I was happy I got to go to Freddy's. And on the Freddy's app, Freddy's is this steak burger and frozen custard place. They had on the app for $1.99 that you could get a one scoop custard cone. And I was like, boom, count me in. I got it. It's great. And I got a bacon cheeseburger and tots. I tried the tots this time. It was good. It was good. Had a good trip. Then I had to. The funniest part was, as soon as I came back, I had to go to the VA hospital and talk to my nutritionist. And I had to tell her about what I ate, and I'm like, ah. I tell her like, when I'm on deliveries, it's like anything goes, because I don't know when I'm going on them. That's the whole thing. It's just like I go to work and then like, hey, you want to go to this place? You want to go to that place? I'm like, yeah, I want to go to this place. I want to go to that place. Cause that my one of my favorite things on earth. Oh my god, I just everyone is like, I don't know, they're just angry all the time. I just don't get it, and I'm just like if you turn on your left turn signal and try to get into like anytime this happens like at least 7 out of 10 times when I'm driving, if not higher, 9 out of 10 maybe. Like I'll be going to work and I'll just want to get into the lane next to me, and as soon as I do, all of a sudden some jackasses start screaming up, and all of a sudden wants to read my freaking license plate, and I'm like, cool. Guess what? I'm gonna just take my foot off of the gas so you can read it better. Because I'm not in a hurry. I'm never late for work because I always leave for work early. I'm never in a hurry. I like to get places at least 10, 15 minutes early. It's something I learned in this, like when I got out of high school, what's it called? This janitorial uh, gang called the United States Army. And they taught me how to be prompt and on time, just so you can wait forever. The military's policy of hurry up and wait. Um, yeah, it's really. Oh, I've been noticing a lot of when I watch other people's shows or what have you, when they do stuff on this, when they edit, they edit. I don't. This is raw. This is raw, like sushi. This is raw. But I'm just learning, so I guess right now would be the most perfect time to thank my sponsor, Innocent Black Men Cologne. What the hell? All of a sudden, I got a pop up on my computer from this antivirus. God, that's why I don't pay into anything. I don't pay into like any subscription based anything. I hate, and here's what I found out: if you are gonna have a subscription based anything, have a credit card specifically for that you can cancel in case the assholes decide to fucking keep charging you. So, because fuck corporate America, fuck corporate anything. Anyway, my sponsor, Innocent Black Men Cologne. You can steal this from Walmart or any fine superstore. Um, and then we also have my other sponsor. Uh, Wait, was that slutty? That is for the somebody in your life who may or may not be doing something, unprofessional, unless they're a professional. yeah, doing what they do. But needless to say, for all those modest women out there or curious men, this is the hand wash for you. This is an astringent. This is a antiseptic. It's a hand sanitizer. That's right. Just get rid of that filth. Just do what you can do. Once again, this can be stolen from finer Walgreens and CVS's, and let's take down corporate America. Target. Let's take. You know what? I think we should have Corporation Liberation Day in America. I think it would just be cool. Because corporations don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about their employees. All they care about is their bottom line and appeasing their shareholders. So let's liberate the corporations from the shareholders and just, let's loot all the freaking corporations, the Walmarts, the Targets, the Walgreens, the all of them, except the mom and pop shops, and leave Trader Joe's alone. I like Trader Joe's. Anything Jeff Bezos is attached to, loot it. Anything the Walton family is attached to, loot it. I think that would be a good message to corporate America that, you know what? You're too rich for my blood. I think it's time, Americans take stock in their own pantry instead of their fucking pocketbook and just go into Walmart, take what you need, go into Target, take what you need, liberate it, and have fun. And do me a favor, I'm not saying it is going to happen, but it'd be cool if it did. And just do me a huge favor. Leave the employees alone. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. If you were to do this in real life, just all I ask. This is all speculation. It's all speculation. This is something I came up with in my head. Corporation Liberation Day. But if it happens, hey, leave the employees alone unless it's upper management. Yeah, anything management and above, have at it. But anyway, I went to a donut place yesterday. I went to DK's Donuts. I was out in Santa Monica. It was a glory hole donut. But, oh God, there. I went to DK's Donuts yesterday. I went there in good faith. DK's, which is on Santa Monica Boulevard, and I think 26th? I'm not sure. But it's in Santa Monica. I was driving by on my way to Venice because I wanted to go visit an old friend just to find out that I'm completely out of the loop, and he moved to Philadelphia. Bronson Jones, what's up, dog? Me and him, I felt great. He had for his 45th birthday, he did this thing 45 for 45, and he included me in a couple of his journeys on his way to 45, and I thanked him, and I still do, because we had a blast. We went to the Museum of Death together, only to find out it's pretty much a G.G. Allin exhibit, which I didn't mind. It was cool. And every G.G. Allin album. It was like an old recording studio that they had converted into this a bunch of weird oddity death stuff. Death. It's gonna happen to all of us. Just might as well go to the museum and see which way you want to go. And we also did something else. We did two things. We saw Van Halen twice. We saw them at the beginning of the tour, the very first date, which was when they played a Jimmy Kimmel Live. We watched them on Hollywood Boulevard as David Lee Roth chopped off the tip of his nose with a sword. We were there. That's when Van Halen turned into a Guar concert. Psh, psh. But yeah, Dave had to go up and tape up his. It was so crazy. But then we saw Van Halen. That was the first time we saw them on that tour, and then the last time we saw them was at the Hollywood Bowl on the last night of the tour. And it was pretty damn epic. Thanks, Bron. Me and him always have a good time. Yeah, he told me that he long time ago was hanging out with David Lee Roth and asked him why they don't make a David Lee Roth reality show. And Dave gave the best answer I think anyone's ever given for that question, which is because even David Lee Roth isn't David Lee Roth 24 hours a day. That's some Dave right there. Like I got high with David Lee Roth at the Comedy Store because there's this comedian named Dov Davidoff, extremely funny comedian. I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him in a while. Hope he's doing good. Hope he's well. Anyway, Dov used to be David Lee Roth's next door neighbor. They shared a balcony in New York. So they were buddies. And one night, Dave came down to the Comedy Store and he was sitting with Rogan and all those guys and blah, blah, blahing and stuff. And I managed to get him at a moment where we got to hang out and smoke weed together. And I thanked him for writing his book. He has this book, really incredible book called Crazy from the Heat. And there's this one section of the book, I think it's called like A103 or something, I can't remember. But I told him about that section of the book and how much I loved it, and I thought it was one of the best stories I ever read. And he's smoking a joint. He goes, "I wrote a book? Awesome!" I died. I freaking died. It was absolutely hysterical. Yeah, I love sometimes meeting, you know, like celebrities when they're awesome. Because, like, not, like, just like David Lee Roth said, even David Lee Roth isn't David Lee Roth 24 hours a day. Sometimes that persona you see on TV and in movies is not them in real life. There could be either one or two ways, okay? It's just the yin and the yang in life. You can either be like one of the nicest people you ever met or one of the biggest assholes you ever met. It's a toss-up. Really, I guess it depends on when you catch them, but yeah, Dave was amazing. I got drunk with Eddie Van Halen on Valentine's Day of 2004. That was incredible. I shook his hand and, like, I heard every guitar solo he ever played just in my head when I shook his hand. I was like, ugh. When he said, "You're fucking funny, kid," I was like, oh my God. Like, I just won life. I just won. Eddie Van Halen just told me that I'm fucking funny. Thanks, Ed. It was like when I met Robin Williams. And, like, I got high with Robin Williams. I smoked out with Robin Williams one time there's this comedian named Rick Ingram when he was 25 years old. We smoked out with Robin Williams on his birthday. And we heard, like, every cool story about, like, John Belushi, Sam Kinison, Richard Pryor. And we broed out hard with Robin Williams. That dude, epic. And the first time I ever met him was at the Comedy Store. He was walking in with Byron Allen. I was back by the parking lot. And sometimes I just pull the charm out of my butt. I just go, "Oh my God, Robin, I haven't seen you in so long. How are you?" And he's like, "Do I know you?" I'm like, "No, I'm Skippy. How you doing?" And, like, he's like, "Oh." And I just wanted to welcome him to the Comedy Store. But he's just a tremendous human being. So incredibly, like, humble. like grateful for what he had in life. Like that's the one thing I appreciate the most about Robin. But one of my favorites, oh my god. I'm not even a fan of Skid Row all that much. But I was a fan of Sebastian Bach when he was on Trailer Park Boys. And I thought he was like the coolest dude. And he was into model trains and just his enthusiasm toward model trains. To be quite honest, I kind of have the same enthusiasm. I don't own any model trains, but there's this place in Hamburg, Germany called Miniature Wunderland that if I ever win the lottery, I'll just be hanging out there for the rest of my life. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Hang out at Miniature Wunderland. I'm going to watch model trains and planes fly in and out because they have a working airport. Should check out Miniature Wunderland. It's in Hamburg, Germany. Then I'll go get me a doner kebab and some currywurst and enjoy my life. But what was I saying about something? Yeah, Sebastian Bach. I used to work at this really shitty dispensary on Ventura Boulevard called Canasutra. I had the worst boss on earth, some coked out freak. I forget his name, and I'm very grateful that I forgot it because I almost knocked his teeth out my last day of work because I said I had to leave right now. He said, why? Because I said, because if I don't, I'm going to knock your fucking teeth out. And I said, I'm going to hang on to my keys until you decide to pay me. And that's what I did. And because that guy's a fucking asshole. He would make at least one bud tender cry on a daily basis just because he was an asshole. Fucking coked out asshole. Coked out asshole. Oh boy. Really? A coked out asshole? No, what? Really? A coked out asshole? You're kidding me. Wait, someone was on coke and they were an asshole? You're joking. You're fucking joking. Anyway, this coked out asshole would cause me nothing but problems, and I hated his guts. And the old manager, when he was leaving, was like, you're not going to last a month. And he was fucking right. I was like, nobody deserves this kind of fucking abuse. Nope. Nah, I led a revolt against that motherfucker. But anyhow, one of my favorite things on earth that happened there. I'm going to sample another piece of donut real quick. This is a blueberry donut from DK's. And I want to say, okay, DK's, you're the donut king. These donuts are greasy. You're the greasy king, dude. Mind you, I love your backstory. If you don't know the Donut King's backstory, wait a second. I just noticed his box isn't pink. Donut King, he started the legacy of the pink box donut. Pink donut box. I said pink box donut because I have a pink box donut from a donut box from Pink Box Donuts from Vegas up on my Pink Box Donuts out in Vegas. They're the best donuts I ever had. Them and SK's donuts tied for first place. I was really surprised that Donut Bar, which is my second donut bar from San Diego, they had a location in Vegas. And it didn't work out, and I was so sad by that. Because I really wanted to try Donut Bar out in Vegas because, okay, let me teach you a secret. Okay? Let me teach you a freaking secret on why you should be nice to people. Okay? Let me teach you this secret. I'm probably one of the nicest people you'll ever hang out with. Why is that? Well, I like to be treated with decency and respect. I know it sounds crazy and revolutionary, but I like to be treated with dignity and respect. So you know what I do? In order to get my dignity and respect, I treat others with dignity and respect. It's true. I totally do. I know it sounds crazy. I totally do. There's this book. I don't know if you ever read it. It's a crap book. What was it? Oh yeah, the Bible. Okay. It's a book of mythology that some people take too seriously, and it's poorly written. It's got a bunch of authors. It's really bad. Anyway, there's a line in there. It says, "Do unto others as you would have them do unto you," which is what they call the golden rule. Christians don't use it. They are the biggest haters on the face of the planet. Most Bible readers don't use it. Okay? They think that just because they go to church, pay 10% of their paycheck to some guy who's going to touch their kids, all of a sudden they're going to heaven because religion is an insurance policy payable on death, apparently. And when I was young, I just didn't care about religion. I asked myself, why am I learning this stupid crap? Luckily, I was kicked out of Hebrew school for eating bacon in class, questioning the kosher lifestyle, because that's what religion hates, is when you question it. Because it needs to be questioned. You have to question that shit. It's garbage. You shouldn't. Kids, no. Keep kids away from that garbage. Yeah, keep children away. All churches, all religious institutions should be 18 and over, just so priests and any religious scumbags who touch children will not have an opportunity. I think it's just a good way to make that happen. But anyway, you don't need God to be a good person. That's all I'm saying. I'm proof. Let me tell you how it works. Okay? Dignity and respect. All right? Treat people with dignity and respect. I'm always opening doors for people. I'm constantly helping out people. If you're a handicapped person, if you're an elderly person, I'm helping you out. I'll ask you before I help, but I'm going to help you. You know, I like helping people. I'm a helper. There's a dude in my building yesterday. He was carrying a heavy thing. I go, "You need help with that?" He's like, "No." I'm like, "Cool. Have a good day." "You too, man." I don't mind helping people. I was in this helping gang called the United States Army, where we would help people and play as a team. But needless to say, okay, so I'm constantly doing things, nice things for people. I'm always smiling, being, "Hey, how you doing? What's up? Good to see you." Especially now, I hate, because I wear a mask and gloves still, because I think humans make me sick. That's how I got COVID recently. People make me sick. So I just don't want to breathe the same air as most of the general public. But twice so far, people have made a joke about me being an ICE agent. I just, whatever. Think what you want. I don't give a fuck. But I just think it's disgusting. I think I'm going to make a mask that just says fuck Trump, fuck ICE, so that people know that I'm not. And I have the capabilities of doing it because I have a friend who makes them. Thank you, Billy. Anyhow, be nice to people is all I'm saying. Be nice. I'm so nice to the people over at the El Pollo Loco. They love me and I love them. And I get free stuff because I treat them nice. They treat me nice. We treat nice. I walk into the Panda Express, the young lady. I order on my app. She walk down. Hey, Eric, what's up? She uses my real name because of who I use on my app, because it's on my credit card. Shh. Don't tell anyone my real name. Shh. Damn it. But, yeah, it's just nice to get a little respect for the respect that you give, you know? But here's what I'm getting at, okay? Donut bar in San Diego is it downtown San Diego. It's a congested area with a lot of skyscrapers and tall buildings and really super incredibly difficult to park around. It's nightmarish almost. Yet the last 3 times I've been to San Diego, the parking meter right out front has been open wide just for me. And I'm driving a panel van full of marijuana. And it's boom, right outside. I can watch it from the window. The last 3 times that I went to Donut Bar, 3 times, the spot right outside was open for nobody except me. I got there as soon as dude was leaving. Boom, there was a dude behind me who was pissed. But tough titties. Hey, guy behind me, guess what I did? I was nice to people. That's why that spot's mine. I'm not listen, it could have been yours. It could have been yours. But you weren't nice to someone. Try being nicer to someone. Anyway, Donut Bar has this incredible donut. It has a Pop-Tart, freshly made Pop-Tart. They fold inside of a donut, deep fry it, and it's incredible. If you really want an incredible donut, go to Donut Bar in downtown San Diego, California. Get that Pop-Tart donut. It is just epic. And like I said, be a nice person and you'll find parking right in front of the place. Try being nice to people. It's really incredible how things around you will start changing if you're just kind to people. You know, just be nice is all I'm saying. But needless to say, I've strayed so far from where I was going with this. It's already, what, 28 minutes, and I haven't even gotten to the star of the show. This is it. This is a Ube Donut, okay? I had a pumpkin spice donut, all right, a couple days ago. I would have eaten it because it was the first pumpkin spice donut I ever freaking had. I've never had pumpkin spice anything in my life. Never. Never had a need. I don't own UGG boots. I never had a need for pumpkin spice anything. I always looked at it as like some sort of, girly, feminine type thing. A seasonal, hurrah for the ladies. Anything to take money out of their pocket and put it into the hands of the corporations. Whatever. It's marketing. It's garbage. But they had a pumpkin spice donut. It was an old-fashioned donut, and it came right off of the conveyor belt. It couldn't have been maybe a minute out of the fryer. And she plopped one into my box, and I was like, oh my God. Timing is everything in life. That was such an incredible donut. Pumpkin spice is delicious, to say the least. It tastes like I'm eating sweet potpourri, like what I breathe in around autumn with the potpourri and stuff. I feel like I'm eating. It was delicious. Cinnamon, nutmeggy. Very good. But this is a Ube. The Ube Donut from DK's. I told the dudes at DK's because they had smash burgers there. I was like, wow, really? This place has smash burger? Like, there are three fads in food in Los Angeles that I just there go. Just when is it dying down? Frozen yogurt is disappearing. You know, we had frozen yogurt, hot chicken, smash burger. That's the hype foods that we got. And I told the dudes down at DK's because they're doing smash burgers. I go, dude, put a smash burger on a donut, put it on Instagram. You'll have foodies out the wazoo. It's the best free advertising on earth. And I'm like, dude, you got to do that. I'm like, all right. But so if they start doing burger donuts down at DK's, I'm taking total credit. Yeah, whatever. It's just an idea. It's not like it hasn't been done before. The burger with donuts that was on the Boondocks. It's the Luther burger. They make them at least they used to. I don't know if they still do, but they make them at the Escondite in Little Tokyo downtown. One time I went down there and they didn't have donuts, so they made me a burger on French toast, and it was quite exquisite. It was just amazing. But this is a Ube donut from DK's Donuts. I've never, ever, ever, to my recollection or knowledge, I don't think I've ever had a Ube donut before, or a Ube anything before. So I figure since I tried the pumpkin spice in donut form, I might as well try Ube in donut form. So I asked the dudes which one was better, and they said this one with the crunchy stuff on top, because there was two. There was like a purple one with purple icing. There's this one. So I like crunchy donuts with the, like, you know, crumble top stuff. So let's give it a shot. Here we go. One bite. You know the rules. Wait, this ain't pizza. Fuck Dave Portnoy. Anyhow, let's try Ube. It's apparently like a yam. Some sort of rooted vegetable. From, I'm guessing, the tropics and Asian areas, Hawaii, Thailand, who knows? I don't know. I don't know the background story on this yam. Let's just eat it. All right. I am what I am. Ube, here we go. Let's give it a shot. It's purple. Purple is a fruit. There we go. Ah. Hmm. 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 I got almond vanilla flavor. People like this stuff. I just want to try it. Mm. Okay. I tried it. Not impressed. I don't know what the hubbub is. It tasted like a vanilla cake donut. Oh well. You know, here's the thing. I'll try it again. Maybe not from here. Like, they changed DK's. Because, like, you used to be able to get a pizza donut there. And a donut panini. No, they had a, they had an ice cream cookie panini there. Where they would take cookie dough and put it on, like, a George Foreman grill. And put, like, cookie, ice cream. Oh god, it was so good. Them's was the days. That was more of like their stoner menu. But I was even telling them like, dude, how come you never like they had ham and egg and cheese sandwiches? I'm like, put that on a donut. Take a picture of it. Just put it on your Instagram and see what happens. My buddy growing up, Mike Lackenmacher, he had written on the grip tape of his skateboard, if you don't try, you've already failed. Just try. That's everything in life. Just try it. Don't be scared. Just give it a shot. Because I tried this stuff called Hawaiian pizza one time with this woman named Britney Spears, and let me tell you something. I'll have to tell you the story sometime. But yeah, I tried Hawaiian pizza for the first time with Britney Spears, and it's my favorite pizza. I might actually go get a Hawaiian pizza today. Maybe. But we shall see. Anyhow, Ube Donut, I think I need to give it another... I need to try it from somewhere else. I don't think that was a good representation. Another thing, DKs, man. They're greasy. All three donuts. I had a excuse me, maple French cruller is my freaking kryptonite. I love a delightful maple French cruller. I love French crullers. Oh my god, they're so fucking good. Those are the ones that look like Bigfoot tires, like the like super monster truck tires. Love them. Anyhow, they don't have them over here at the Winchell's anymore. It's kind of sad because I used to stock up for Christmas there. But anyhow, they had at DK's over in Santa Monica, they had maple French crullers. Got one, got the blueberry old fashioned, and I got the ube. And start to finish, these were the greasiest donuts I've had. I mean, look at this. I mean, just that's through the box. Greasy. But yeah, the maple French cruller was, and I'm gonna have to go on record and say subpar. I was really disappointed. That could have been so much better. I'm not sure if it's the grease you're using. I don't know if you're reusing your grease. Because I've done research. I've studied donuts. I get high, and I have a business degree, and so I study markets, and I study like I go online and I find all these like videos of like what's successful, how'd this fail, and I just get an assessment of like, maybe I'll have a business someday. I'm not really interested because I don't know. I hate money. That's what it boils down to. And like I watch the guy that I work with. Okay. When I was younger, I asked my dad. My dad is the greatest electrician who ever lived. Period. Okay. You can go through Pittsburgh and he can be like, yeah, put the lights on that, lights on that, lights on that, lights on that. He did electrical work everywhere in Pittsburgh. His work is everywhere. I asked him one time when I was a kid, hey, Pop, he was frustrated with the dude he was working with. He was working for this company. I go, hi, Pop. I go, you're awesome. How come you don't start your own company? And he goes, because I don't need the headaches. I never understood what he meant by that. I never need the headaches. And then, like, I grow up and I, like, work with all these dudes. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want those headaches. My God. The dude I used to work for, the idiot, this ass clown, my buddy Rocky, he asked me to get his bitch cunt of a wife a job. So I did. I got her a job at this extraction, this trap laboratory I was working at down in Compton. Oh no, Huntington Park. And she blew up the laboratory twice. Okay, we were working with butane. She blew up the laboratory twice while I worked there, blew up once again when I wasn't, because she helped me get fired. But anyhow, she ended up narking out the business, apparently. She told the landlord what was going on, and the landlord thought that they were an import-export company, not realizing that they were like making butane extractions with marijuana. So her stupid ass lost his company and everybody's job there. And Rocky, I want to say one thing. And if what's her name is why I forget her name. I hate you, bitch. You're I don't. It takes so much for me to not like somebody, and you did it. Congratulations, you're on my shit list forever. What's great is sometimes she got mad at me because I went up on stage doing comedy and just told everybody how much of a fucking cunt she was. And while Rocky was there, her husband, I think they're divorced now, and I couldn't be happier because he deserves so much better than her. She's such a little, all she does is drama, 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 drama. Like, she's ugly. She's really ugly. And, like, she's one of those stupid girls who gets, like, tattoos. And, like, just the dumbest tattoos ever. Like, you know how, like, hot girls will do that stupid face tattoo with the freckles and everything? Make themselves look like a Holly Hobby doll or some stupid shit. Or look like face herpes. Well, she did that, and it just looks so freaking dumb. Like, I had to sit there and look, like, how do I take you fucking seriously? When I see your little stupid tattoo freckles on your face, how am I supposed to take you seriously? Needless to say, she blew up the laboratory 3 times and got the place, you know, evicted, so, yeah. And she got me fired. Luckily, I wasn't there when the shit went down, so, yeah. Don't hire her. She's awful. She's just a nightmare. Absolute freaking nightmare. But, yeah, Rocky, hope you're doing better. Divorced. That's the whole thing. It's like, you know, like, marriage is such an outdated institution. Like, I cannot wait to never get married or have kids. Like, I don't want to do any of that shit ever. Never, ever, ever. Like, it's only good if you want a tax break, but... yeah, just, marriage is just so outdated, man. And it's like, nobody seems to realize that marriage, which is the, legally documenting that you're in love with somebody. That's what marriage is. Marriage is the documentation with the government that you are legally now married to someone, so you can engage in the art of baby making like another dumb animal on the planet. Like, you know, it's like dogs don't get married to have babies, and cats don't get married to have babies, but humans got to, right? Stupid. But then again, so is a lot of shit humans do. I constantly just chastise the human condition because I'm higher evolved. That's why I can't mate and have a baby with the ladies, because I'm higher evolved. I can't. You know, I have these Nephilim genes because I'm higher evolved, and I can't mate with you lower forms of life. It's sad. It's really sad. But yeah, marriage. Marriage, no one seems to realize marriage is the first step in getting a fucking divorce. Never. Nobody seems to realize that. And also, another thing too, like, weddings. Just don't. They're stupid. They're just a bitch pageant. It's a stupid pageant. That's all it is. It's a bitch pageant. It's stupid. It's blatant pageantry. The only people who win at a wedding are the people that rented, you know, stuff to these people, the photographer, the caterer, the rent-a-priest, the doves that you had to release, the all that crap, the rental suits, all that crap. They're the ones who won. You didn't win. Marriages are stupid. My parents are proof that marriages are freaking Like weddings, not marriages, but weddings. My parents have been married, I think it's going to be, what, 65 years? Something like that, 60 years? Something like that, I don't know. They've been married a long time. 60 years. And, oh shit, that just passed. I gotta call them up. I didn't wish them a happy anniversary. Shit. No, I did. I told Mom to remember. Yeah, that's what I did. Anyhow, my parents have been married a long time, and they never had a full-on wedding. They just went to the Justice of the Peace and eloped. And they spent the money that they could have spent on a wedding, stupid wedding, they spent that on a house, the same house that I grew up in. So, yeah, nobody, weddings are dumb. Weddings are freaking stupid. And this is one thing that I've learned watching my brother go through his divorce and everything. My older brother got married on a roller coaster in Prim, Nevada, okay? It was one of the coolest weddings I've ever been to. My older brother, cool as hell. We're family coaster fanatics. He got married on a roller coaster. The world's tallest and fastest roller coaster at the time in 1998. In Vegas, the Desperado. In Prim, at the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills? That's isn't that the team out of New York? I don't know. But the thing is, okay, the bigger the wedding, as far as I'm concerned, the bigger the divorce. Okay? The bigger the wedding, the bigger the divorce. Because my older brother got married on a roller coaster and he got divorced on an even bigger one that didn't exist. Why aren't there pageants for divorce? Like, why isn't there like a congratulations, you lost half your shit because of some legal document and the government blah blah blah? I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, plus I don't have anything and don't want anything, so any girl gets married to me, you ain't getting nothing. You see these records, all yours, all yours. These records, all yours. See, greatest radio comedians, all yours, Toots. Take me, I'm all yours. Yeah, I've learned my lesson. My lesson is, if you want to stay young and good looking like I do at 53 years old, do not complicate your life with relationships. That's what I'm, but also I'm a loner, Dottie. I'm a rebel. I've chosen a life of independence over codependence. I just don't need to be holding somebody's hand to feel secure. I can do that fine without. I mean, don't get me wrong. I miss kissing and hugging and all that good stuff. I miss sexing and all that good stuff. Oh my God, I am without a doubt the biggest male lesbian you will ever meet in your life, if you know what I'm talking about. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, say no more, say no more. I love ladies. And I had 3 lesbian girlfriends who taught me the ways of the Force. And I want to thank all 3 of them. They were, oh, God. Like, I miss that kind of love. Like, I just miss that kind of, like, holding, touching, kissing, caressing, like, after sex, like, so, sex can be awesome when you're with the right people. And when you make it fun, and when you're laughing in bed, making it a game together to try to come at the same time or whatever, it's fun, and I miss that. I miss being able to do that with somebody. You know, but at the same time, I also like the fact that I come home to a completely empty apartment with no kids and just quiet, and it's amazing, and I can play my music as loud as I want, and I can run around naked, nobody said nothing. I enjoy my freedom is what I'm saying. I'm going to try to not be responsible for the rest of my life, because I don't think I'm gonna be living much longer. I don't. If I'm lucky, I kind of have this thing that if I'm lucky, I was born in 1972. I think I'm only gonna be good till the age of 72. So I'm doing 72 to 72. If I make it to 72, which I really doubt, especially with my heart condition, I plan on going. They have euthanasia booths in Europe. I'm going to go visit one and call it quits. Because for my great aunt, she passed away 94 years old. In pain, every day was just, can't do anything. We take her to the freaking Six Flags. And can't ride nothing. I don't want to go out like that. I would just be done with it, because I don't believe in heaven or hell. I personally believe I'm just here and then I'm just not here. When I was in therapy for this one accident that happened, I was in the military where I lost my life and I came back. And we had these therapy sessions. And there was this dude in there, and he was like, they'd be like, oh, what was your white light, blah, blah, blah. Everybody's talking about theirs, da, 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 what happened, da, 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 da. Saw my family, this and that, da, da, da. This one guy was just like, the counselor was like, so what happened to you? He's like, do you remember where you were before you were born? And the counselor was like, no. He was like, that's where I went to. That is the answer that made the most sense to me. Instead of trying to make up some delusional excuse for heaven, I just chose to not exist. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it, okay? I can't be fearing death. That's how religion gets you. They get you to fear death. They got you to pay admission to heaven. Don't fear death. You're going to die. Just realize that. Go out and have an Ube Donut. Do yourself a favor. Enjoy today. Tomorrow may never show up. There's a, down at the one cemetery, there's this one tombstone. It says Baby Jane. Birthday, death day, same day. That person wasn't even given the opportunity to enjoy one day on earth. I live for Baby Jane. I live for my friends who died. I live. I'm lucky to be alive, man. I shouldn't be here, but I'm here. And that's the greatest gift. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm going to call them up pretty soon and let them know how much I love them. I was down at Venice Beach yesterday. I call my parents so much just because I love them so much. When the day comes when I can't speak to them and I'm an orphan, I'm just going to regret life. Like, I don't even erase my voicemail messages from them just because, they talk about dying, and I fear that the most. I don't want them to die, but we're all going to die. It's sad, but the reality is we're all going to die. That's why I tell everybody, go out there and have a great day. Have a great day. I'm going to go to Dave & Buster's. Even though I'm in bad condition, I am not up to speed. I'm actually having surgery in a few weeks. Actually, at the end of September, I believe. I'm having my first of 2 hip replacement surgeries. I'm having a lot of trouble walking. My left leg is now officially shorter than my right. In my hip, I technically have a lot of bone spurs. The connection where the leg meets the hip joint is kind of like a square peg meeting a round hole. I'm in pain all the time. Sometimes when I walk, my leg buckles and I fall. And it sucks. But I'm getting a cane. That's good. But not going to let it get me down. I'm going to Dave & Buster's. I got some free chips. And I'm going to go use them up. It's Half Price Wednesday, damn it. And I'm just going to go out there and enjoy it. All right, speaking of which, you get out there and enjoy your day. I'm Skippy Simon. You're awesome. Stay that way. Now Get outside and enjoy your life. Have a great day. And yeah, I need to try a better ube donut. You're absolutely correct. All right. Take care. Have an awesome day. All right, bye.